Hi, and welcome to the Behavioral Business Blueprint, where we dive into the world of behavioral health entrepreneurship. This episode, I have Jannell Campbell, CEO of Campbell's. She's the author of a book that we've discussed as a study guide for supervisees in the ABA field. And she is also in one of my favorite states, Georgia, in serving a rural population by providing resources and ABA services to clients. Janelle, how are you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm so glad that we were able to connect, especially when I saw you were in Georgia. Um, I'm here in Florida, and I looked at Georgia when I was thinking about expanding, and I'm very excited for what you guys have there. It's a lot more easier, I feel, to expand, especially dealing with insurances like Medicaid. But I'm curious, what got you even started? And when did you start, and how many clients do you have now? Okay. Yes, Georgia does a great job. I wish I could think of the act that was signed years ago that provided all the ABA services. I can see the little girl's name in my head, but I can't think of what it was signed. But the access there seems a lot easier. But I know being in a rural area, is it difficult to service clients, finding people to come work for you? Yeah, have you looked at partnering with any schools in the area to see? I think like Georgia State. I don't know how far that is from Atlanta to see if they have any students available there. I love that you said that about high school students because our field is so hidden. And I said, I wish I would have known before I went to college about this. I didn't even find out about ABA until I was in my professional career. So to catch high school students early to let them know, like, hey, this is an option, that's a game changer for our field, which is still relatively young, if you want to say that. And I didn't ask my famous question I always start off with usually, but being an entrepreneur, when do you find time to sleep? Because I know that's you do so much, and sleep is probably like the last thing you're thinking about. And I'm glad you said that because I know it's so different trying to get into schools there in Georgia. Every time I talk to somebody, they say, well, here, no, you can't go into schools. And I talk to somebody else and they say, well, here, they don't care. They just want the help. And I love to hear a couple things on my list of, okay, you can go into schools because that's where you want to provide services. Not every parent wants to have to take their kid out of service to a clinic, which some do, and they have the ability, but some people can't do that, especially with transportation might be an issue, trying to get their child to and from. So I love to hear that you're able to go into the schools. So something else I want you to talk. No, no, I'm sorry. It's feedback. And I want to learn more also about your book. Took a look at it on Amazon. What's the name and what is it? What is its purpose? What does it do for those in our field of ABA? Hmm. Mentorship is so important. I say that all the time. So it's good to hear that you had a mentor, and I'm with you as well. It took me 6 times to pass that test, but it just taught me not to quit, which kind of leads me to my next question of, with entrepreneurship, there are ups and downs. What keeps you motivated to keep going? What's probably the most difficult thing you've dealt with in entrepreneurship so far? Did you have a mentor getting into this, or did you just say, I'm just going to figure this out on my own? Well, I love to hear it. Mentorship, people, it's important. Get you one. So, before we close it out, if you could, for the aspiring entrepreneur that's in the behavioral health field, whether it's ABA or anything else, what would be that one key advice you would give to them? Uh, that's kind of inspiring me for another LinkedIn post. Don't quit. I love it. So, if people want to reach out to you, how can they reach you? Well, make sure you reach out to her. Thank you so much for being on the Behavioral Business Blueprint. Um, if you ever need anything, please reach out. If anybody ever has any questions, please send us an email at the biz gmail at thebizgmail.com, or just reach out to me on LinkedIn. We'll see you next time.